Good morning. I've been asked by Claud at Nabari TV to shoot him a video, an exclusive video, so I thought I would do a behind the scenes of China Mist bonsai pottery. So welcome to the pottery, follow me inside and we'll have a little scoot through of what I've got on the go. Coming in, welcome. So this is the pottery. Lots of different things, lots of pots happening. First of all, I just want to show you some of the things that I've got on the go. As you can see, lots and lots of pots that are drying. We've got the famous China Mist coffin pots. I've made 3 in total. The other one you'll see is drying a little bit more. So they were a bit of an exclusive. Made them about 5 years ago. They all sold, so here's another 3. You can probably see in here, these pots, lots of cascades, if you want to have a little look under there as well. These pots are really brittle at the moment. At any point they could snap because they're not fully dry and they're ready to go into the kiln. Some big pots at the top, drying out. So I don't know if you'll need to step back, but I'm going to pull this out. There we go. Here's a big oval. That is heavy, it's drying. If you're looking for a big oval, you can choose your glaze, and I'll glaze this one for you in whatever colour you want. That's the sales plug over. It's going to go back on its shelf drying. It's ready to be fired really the next week or 2. So this is the shelf that I dry everything in. So it's all dry and it all stays on here until it's ready for the kiln. Because I'm in an order of the pottery and I shove into this corner, if I'm doing any oxide pots, this is the spray booth. Literally I have the pot of oxide and water at the bottom of here. It's not turned on because it's really noisy, and I use them in here. You can hear a little bit going on there, a little bit left. The generator's underneath. So that's where I spray stuff. I'm halfway through, well, I'm more than halfway through emptying the kiln. There's not a lot left in there, but you can have a little peep in there in terms of, you can see the depth of this kiln, in terms of there's one shelf left. You might be wondering what this stuff is. I've been doing some samples of new glazes, just to trial them. And sometimes, as you've probably seen in videos of mine in the past or other potters, glazes have a tendency to drip, and certainly if you've not used them before, it's always wise to try and solve it. So this stuff at the bottom is sand, silver sand, and if that would have dripped, fortunately these little molecules of sand don't let it stick to the bat, because I've fallen foul of that a few times in the past. Okay, one exclusive is something I've just taken out of the kiln, and it's rather a large slab. I don't know what shape you'd call it. Is it there is a name for these, isn't there, but I've forgotten what they are. Not cradles. The crescent's probably the best thing to describe it as, a crescent. So it is a commission, it is sold. You can see close up there's a lovely texture on that with some dabs of green glaze there going out, so it's going to have a larch forest in, I believe. I'm sure it's a larch forest in there. So that's ready, finished and ready to go. Because I have just emptied the kiln, there's a couple of things just come out of the kiln. One of them are these bonsai trees that I do. They're actually in 4 parts with drill holes ready to go on the wall. So you get your pot and your trunk, and then you get your different trees. So it actually comes into 4 pieces. So I've made 4 of these as well. So there's a few exclusives going on in terms of you've been able to see things that are coming straight out of the kiln. A couple more things happening. There's the 3rd coffin pot that we showed the original 2 before. Yesterday I got carried away with something a bit different. Not quite sure the direction we'll go with this one yet, but we'll see. If you think you've got a tree suitable for it, again it's got to be dried and glazed and taken off that bat. and then we'll be about ready to do something with it. I mentioned earlier about trialing glazes. It's important that when you do, you write everything down, and I do tend to put things in a notebook. Here's 4 that came out. I don't actually think any of them are going to be suitable for bonsai pots. A little bit dark, sorry, not dark, a bit glossy. But I've got the notes, I know what I've done, I know what the recipe of that glaze happens to be, and I'll make sure I probably won't do it again. So there's another exclusive or a behind the scenes as to where and how things happen. Onto the more successful stuff. You'll see, although this is my my roller, these pots have just come out the kiln. All 3 are commissions as well. Some traditional, I suppose you'd call them. Nice oval, really delicate lip on that one in the green glaze. Couple of ovals again with the worm-eaten effect on there. I can't remember what tree is going in that one again, but it's for a client, so we're quite okay with that. What I tend to do is scribble designs when I'm on commissions. There's a couple of ideas that I tend to scribble down and work from my ideas and my designs. I don't make many rectangles, so again, this is one. Here's one I made earlier. You can see, because I thought I'd save this for the video. Made it yesterday. I've got some more work to do on it, but I just tried to keep it from drying out completely because I have got more work on it. And because I forget, I write down what I need to do on here because I'm probably forgetful. So this has got work to do yet on it. You can see there's a rib going to be refined. I've got to refine the top. It's still, in fact, you can see, look, that's how soft it is still very soft. I don't make rectangles, but every now and again it's worth a challenge. So that's probably a quick run through of stuff that's happening behind the scenes in the pottery. I'll probably add a little bit more. If you like what you see, have a look on Nabari TV, and thank you Claude for inviting me to do this. Also China Mist TV as well, on my YouTube channel. Have a look on there and subscribe. Thank you very much.